Damn it. What's wrong now?
Michael?
What's your emergency?
Yeah, I think my husband's been kidnapped. He's gone.
Congressman Michael Richards was kidnapped late last night by what police say could have been
Mrs. Richards? I'm Detective Brian Morgan.
I would say it's nice to meet you. But, well, it's not nice to meet anyone under these circumstances.
I suppose not. This is my partner, Detective Claire Brooks. Claire, this is Mrs. Allison Richards.
Hello, Mrs. Richards. I am so sorry about your husband, but we are going to find him, and we will stop at nothing until we do.
Thank you.
And we're going to need your phone so we can track any calls that come in.
Oh, of course.
Sorry. Thank you.
Mrs. Richards.
Allison. Please call me Allison.
Allison, it's important that we know about all of your husband's enemies. Can you think of anybody who would want to do something like this to him?
I literally have no idea. Well, he's a congressman, so I suppose anyone could be his enemy.
That's true.
Mrs. Richards, can we get you anything? Coffee? Someone's going on a coffee run. Do you want anything?
No, thank you.
All right.
You really should eat something.
I won't be able to eat anything until we find my husband.
Congressman Richards, such a pleasure to finally have you with us. Leroy, Sydney, go out front and make sure no one's checking in on us. Hey, go, now! Do you recognize my face? Well, you've got yourself in a tight spot there, don't you, Congressman? You have no idea who I am, do you? Now do you know who I am? Well, I'm just gonna have to give your little wife a call. Maybe she knows who I am.
Allison, the men who took your husband are only motivated by greed. Remember, he's only worth something to them if he's alive.
Please don't answer. Anything is happening.
Hello?
Well, hello, Mrs. Richards. Detectives. Do you know who I am? Maybe this will remind you. Thump, thump. Thump, thump. Oh, come on, Mrs. Richards. Thump, thump. Thump, thump.
Damn it! That definitely wasn't enough time to get a location.
What do we do now?
We wait. We'll send what we did get back to the station to attempt a voice recognition, but that might not give us much. Why don't you grab a cup of coffee or tea or something to eat and just try to relax? It could be a while.
Congressman Richards, how does it feel to have everything you want? Perfect life. Oh, but wait, you don't, do you? You have a wife, money, but what's missing? Oh, yes. A kid. What happened to your son, Congressman Richards? What was his name again? Jonathan? You know what? I might just have to call your wife and ask her, since you're too tied up to answer my questions.
The first 24 hours are the most important of a kidnapping. We've got nothing. Claire, what do we know?
Well, it came down to this general area of what we did get, but that's hundreds of square miles. And if you look, all we know is that it could have bounced off of any of these cell towers,
So we've got absolutely nothing.
basically.
Got a call. Hello?
Mrs. Richards, the pleasure's always.
Where's my husband? What do you want?
Well, I do want money. $5 million to be exact, but this phone call isn't just about that.
What is it about then?
Well, I'd like to tell you the story, Mrs. Richards. Would that be all right?
I suppose so.
Great. Well, there once was a man, a good man, with a family and a son. One day, that man found out that son needed a heart transplant. Well, there was also another man, a particularly well-known man, who had a family and a son with the problem of the same equality. And he also needed a heart. And who do you think got that heart, Mrs. Richards? Mrs. Richards, who do you think got that heart? Do you know what happened to that son? That's right, Mrs. Richards. He died. How do you know who I am?
Hello?
Claire, did we get it?
He wasn't on the phone long enough. We didn't even get close. Mrs. Richards, we're gonna find your husband.
I know who hasn't. I know who has my husband.